I don't know. I've like heard of a sports team called that.
A sports team called
Yeah.
Gorowa Queen.
Yeah.
What do they play?
Improv.
They play improv.
Yeah, they really good at it too.
Really good at it?
Yeah.
They practice their plays?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
I hear their team captain is really good.
Really
I
good?
just realized you can't. When I do that, there's no camera to see me do the OK symbol.
Oh,
with my
you've done
fingers.
you've done the okay symbol.
Yeah, multiple times.
Who do you invite today?
It sounds really stupid. I invited the teenager that keeps yelling obscenities at me at the bus stop.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've obviously like grown a bit attached to them.
I can just tell that there's something else going on there. Maybe there's something they're like bottling up, and maybe that's the reason they keep calling me a shit fuck at the bus stop. Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, we'll get started when they come in. It's Friend of a Friend City, the improv comedy podcast where we get to meet some friends of friends. Hello and welcome back to Friend of a Friend City. I am Heather Hayden and I've got my friend Beth here today. Hello, how you going?
I'm good. How are you, Heather?
I'm very well. Now, you invited a friend along today.
I did.
Yeah, who? Introduce them for us, please.
So this is the teenager that yells obscenities at me at the bus stop. Their name is Jeremiah Woolfrog.
Well, hello there, Jeremiah.
Well, if it isn't bloody shit fuck.
That's me.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
a nickname.
Yeah, I think it's like a nice, like a friendships that you rib each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeremiah obviously recognizes you. How you going,
Yeah.
Jeremiah?
Good, except bloody dickhead over here. Bloody, I don't know why she invited me. Bloody little bumhole.
You got a lot of great words there.
Try to keep it fresh.
Try to keep it fresh. What do you get up to, Jeremiah? What keeps you busy?
Well,
You're down at the bus stop a lot, obviously.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of public transport. I mostly spend a lot of time bus stops, train stations, ferry terminals. Don't get down the Gold Coast much, so not a lot of tram
Not a lot of
stations.
light rail.
Not a lot of light rail, no.
Big disappointment for you?
I think getting rid of trams in Brisbane was probably one of the worst decisions ever made by any local or state government.
Wow, a strong call there. And you're
No,
all
but this
of...
little shit fuck over here bloody supported it, didn't you? But what are you, 60, 70 years old?
I'm 25.
No, could have fooled me. Bloody bumhole.
That's good stuff.
How old are you, Jeremiah?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I am 36.
You could have fooled me.
Yeah. Very useful.
Wow, I thought...
Do not get a lot of sun. And when I'm out and about, I wear sunscreen, zinc, and a Legionnaire's cap.
What's
And a long sleeve shirt,
and a long sleeve shirt.
sometimes a turtleneck or a skivvy.
So you don't have a lot. Your skin is all covered up. You're very protected from the UV.
Correct. Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Sometimes I'll wear if it's winter, a heavy balaclava. If it's summer, a light balaclava.
A heavy balaclava in winter.
Well, yeah, because it gets,
It gets very cold.
it can get, people just assume Brisbane doesn't get cold. But if you grew up here, the temperatures it does reach is considered quite cold. But bloody little shitstorm over here, swanning about in the middle of winter with nothing but a light cardigan on.
Yeah.
So where do you run into Jeremiah most, Beth?
Near Nathan campus, oftentimes I just assumed that that's like an interchange for Jeremiah. That's why.
Actually, I'm a student. I am a.
Oh,
I am
you're a mature
learner.
age student at Griffith.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think 36 is a mature age student. Maybe if you went, you'd be a mature age student. Bloody,
I'm
what are
younger
you?
than you.
What are you, like 72?
As I just stated, I am 25.
See a lot of sun.
Yeah. I'm pretty in the sun on the floor in my work. What do you do for a living, Jeremiah?
I already said I'm a student.
Oh, yep. My bad.
What are you studying?
Well, philosophy.
You're studying philosophy.
Philosophy, yeah.
So, yeah, what drew you to philosophy? It's quite a...
Just all the thoughts of the world. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. Not no deeper meaning. You're not like a person studying psychology to get to know themselves. You just
I'm getting to know the
baseline.
world, I suppose.
Yeah.
By learning philosophy. And when I say I'm a student, I don't. I attend classes, but I don't take them.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Are you enrolled at the university?
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
You've just found the timetable for the philosophy classes.
Yeah, they're just pretty lazy. They don't change from year to year.
Oh.
So, I'm doing intro to philosophy for the 7th time.
Do the tutors or like the lecturers start to recognize you after a while?
I have a series of disguises.
Including what?
Sometimes I'll go as an astronaut.
An astronaut.
An astronaut.
I mean, that must be good for the sun protection.
Very good. Very good. Very hot though, so it's more for winter semesters.
Yeah. Beth, have you ever seen an astronaut yelling obscenities at you at the bus stop?
I was going to mention it. I just thought that it was like a new marketing campaign by MTV or something. But it's great to know because I was a bit concerned that someone else was going to start yelling obscenities. It's good to know. It's the evil that you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
One small step for man, one giant leap for this shit turd over here trying to catch a bus.
That's me.
It's what I've got to get into your deeper philosophy. What's drawing you to really yell these things across to Beth? Is Beth doing something that's frustrating you?
Just existing, like I remember when I first saw her and I was like, oh, she clearly loves her life so much. She just hung up the phone laughing. She got a text message and she smiled to herself and I'm like,
It was
this
Domino's.
is someone who needs to be brought down many a peg. No one should be allowed to enjoy the world and life this much. So that's when I started yelling abuse at her. I started a bit small and worked my way up.
Yeah.
And now I feel comfortable hurling any kind of abuse at her. Like what I've noticed is I'll get right up in her face. There'll be a lot of people around and no one will say anything.
Yeah, usually dead quiet.
Dead quiet around and just Jeremiah in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other day I got right up in her face and I said, "You're a poo-poo bumhole. Your ears are like little fucking shits."
I think a lot of the time people think it's like a performance art piece.
It's
Or like I know that there were those videos circulating on Facebook for a bit where they like this is terrible. They would stage like a kidnapping of a child and the child would be like, "Help, help," and they would record and wait to see who reacts. But I think that these people did not want to take part because afterwards someone came up to me and said, "Is there a media release form I have to sign or something?"
wow, proactively.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And you must be just is it kind of one of those things, is it Stockholm syndrome where you're nearly kind of like you're accustomed to your captor now?
Yeah.
In a sense at the bus stop. You're captive.
I think it's the way that I view it is someone cares enough to tell me that I am the most disgusting human being they've ever laid eyes on. That's just someone caring loudly at you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's nice to feel like someone actually looks at
Yeah.
you and observes you.
I think the thing that would hurt the most is if Jeremiah just stopped
Yeah.
yelling obscenities.
And we've got a good, Beth will tell me when she's going on holiday and she's not going to be at the bus stop, so I don't have to worry about going.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
And vice versa, when I'm going on holidays, I let Beth know that the reason I'm not at the bus stop hurling abuse at her isn't because I no longer care, but because I'm staying in my timeshare in Caloundra.
I was just about to ask where you go on holiday.
Yeah, I've got a lovely little timeshare.
Lovely little timeshare.
Up on Bullcock Beach.
Oh.
And I will say, like
Off season only that you get that?
Yeah, I mostly go in winter.
I mean, good for the sun exposure.
Yes, very good for that. I've got one of those. I don't know if you no, it might be before your time, Heather, but definitely not before your time, Beth. Ian Thorpe, the torpedo.
Yeah, the torpedo.
oh yeah.
I have one of those, like the full body.
Oh, I thought you had an Ian Thorpe
No,
for a second.
no,
I thought it was like
And
the
that's-
scene from the SpongeBob movie with David Hasselhoff.
no. So I have a full sort
You
of. Similar to what Ian Thorpe or Kathy Freeman, but Kathy Freeman's was for running, but
Yeah.
torpedoes is for swimming. I have one of those when I go to the
Yeah.
beach in the middle of winter on Bullcock.
And just doing a bit of ocean swimming. A few laps.
Yeah, a couple of. I like you start at one end and let the tide take, like the rip take you down, and then you walk up the beach and you get back in and you float on down.
Do you have a holiday person that you like to yell at? Maybe from the balcony. Is it a unit up there?
There is, there's one person. I believe his name is Gareth, who happens to basically he doesn't live in the unit block, but he happens to pretty much like clockwork do the exact same routine timeshare that I do, and he lives directly below me. And by God, do I make his life a living hell for those 2.5 weeks.
Is it just the verbal abuse, or are you doing other things?
Mind games.
Okay, talk us through some of the mind games.
I've trained a mouse to crawl into his apartment, choose through the mesh, the fly
fly
screen, and I've taught this mouse to speak. So during the day when I'm hurling abuse at him, I'll be like, "Oh, you bloody, you poo head." You know.
Yeah.
You're putting me on the spot here.
Yeah, no,
much
you don't
much
have it.
harsher.
You don't have it in front of you to
No.
really react
and
to.
then the mouse will then crawl in and whisper into his ear while he sleeps the exact same abuse that I had, and then he starts to think, well, if I'm dreaming it, it must have a deeper meaning, or maybe I am a poo head. If I'm dreaming it as well as hearing it in the middle of the day, and you know, he has the common courtesy to let me know if he's not coming up on
Oh,
holiday.
that's nice.
But yeah, so you know, Gareth is my holiday. I don't want to call Gareth and Beth victims, because I think that takes away a lot of their own power.
Yeah. You'd say that as well, Beth?
No.
Just a straight victim?
Yeah.
You're...
But like I'm not an unwilling victim. I think that I've always been told I have a very low self-esteem. I think it's more that I want people to feel heard.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and I feel very heard.
You don't want to silence
Yeah.
Jeremiah here.
I think that Jeremiah has power. I don't want to silence Jeremiah's power as an incensed 35-year-old
So,
Who looks like a teenager.
who looks exactly like this. Is the first time I'm hearing that you're not 16.
Does it change your perception?
It makes sense as to why you do have a full-grown beard.
Thank you.
Yeah. I thought a lot of high schools usually have heavy rules against having facial hair, and I just thought that you went to a very lax high school.
Yeah, no, I went to a very strict high school. You could not have facial hair. There was one of my friends actually. He grew quite a lot of facial hair, but at the same time also had some very quite difficult acne, and the school still made him shave.
That's horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I felt inspired to do evil.
oh, so you're actively, like, you acknowledge this is doing evil.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm walking around calling Beth here an absolute shitlord on a daily
That's
basis.
one of the better ones.
That is
on
what
on a daily basis. I'm willfully ignoring the fact that she's clearly not in her mid-70s. but still.
I am 25.
25, yeah.
Yeah.
So she says, but who is to know? I'm a 36-year-old man who looks like 15, 16. Anything could be true in this world.
That's true. I could be 12.
You could be.
I'm not
I would feel very uncomfortable if I was.
calling a 12-year-old a shitlord.
Yeah. That would throw a lot. Like it would really challenge me as a human being.
Would it challenge you as a human being to tell you that I have a child and this is a child's mother you're calling a shitlord?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. I don't have a
nothing.
child. I was just
No,
curious.
it's a worthy hypothetical.
I say with full confidence here.
Yeah.
That does not impress me. I don't think that is an achievement.
If I, in this hypothetical, brought my child to the bus stop with me, would you call me a shitlord in front of my child?
No, I'd probably have the mouse crawl up onto your shoulder and whisper it.
And then mouse.
Oh, the mouse goes on holiday with
timeshare
you.
Yeah. Is
Oh,
the
no,
mouse just joining you on holiday?
Yeah. I did. Like, I didn't train the mouse in a couple of weeks. It took years. It was intensive. Like we had to change the way its mouth moves to allow it to speak English. I don't know. I'm actually surprised how little how little it doesn't seem you're impressed at all by the fact that I've taught a mouse to speak.
No, I'm just shocked.
I think,
I'm more
we're
of a
just
rat
taking it
person.
back.
Well, I know you're a bloody. I can tell you're a rat person.
That cuts deep.
So, we should talk about how you've trained a mouse
To speak
to speak English and on command go up to people and talk obscenities into their mouth.
Yeah.
Take a while? It took you 3 years, you said?
It was actually more. Oh, I'll come clean with you. This is a mouse that used to be a human man who has been turned into a mouse to teach the human man a lesson. And it's one of those things where the mouse has to do so many good deeds before it'll be turned back into
Right.
a human. And basically what I've done is I've essentially tricked this former human mouse into believing I'm going to help him carry out good deeds. But now really he's just carrying out my evil. So for every good deed he does, I've spoken to the being that turned him into a mouse. He's actually just going backwards because every bad deed he does on my behalf adds up.
Wow. You've gone to the being. How do you even get access to them?
All magic leaves a trail, sort of like chemtrails, but for magic. And you just have to be able to follow the magic trail back from, and so the fact that this human's been turned into a mouse, the magic, you just follow the magic back, and the being is actually it's a teapot that's sentient.
Like Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast?
Exactly.
Wow. And they changed this person into a mouse.
Yes, because the guy was pouring tea, but he poured the tea first and then put the milk in instead of starting with milk and putting in the tea.
So he's never been able to recover from that one bad deed.
And this teapot's like, nah, not on my watch. You won't be mother again. Because he used to say, I'll be mother, thinking he was being cute every time he'd get up to pour the tea.
This does sound like a horrible person.
You think I'm bad? Mouse guy is an absolute nightmare.
I can only imagine with those kind of stories.
Oh, you don't even want to, you honestly don't want to know. It'll curdle your blood.
Do you have any family, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I've got quite a large, loving family.
A large and loving family.
Yeah.
Get together often?
Yeah, we get together most Sundays.
That's
Big
lovely.
birthdays, that kind of thing. Saints' days.
Saints' days as well.
Yeah, we're not religious, but any excuse for a party.
Wow. And just very supportive.
Oh, you couldn't find a more loving family. They've really supported me in every endeavor.
And they know what you do on a day-to-day basis?
Oh yeah, often when we get together, we'll do a bit of a brainstorm on what are some new exciting, insults you can hurl at old poo-poo head. Poo-poo head was one of my dad's ideas.
Yeah.
Bumhole came from mother.
I'm just happy to be talked about.
Yeah. Isn't this nice that it's your existence, Beth, is really pulling together this family?
Exactly. It's good publicity.
I've invited Beth to one of our gatherings many times, but she's yet
It did not go well.
Oh, you did. You went along.
So I got there. I was going to attend. I was outside the gate, and they all saw me from the backyard and were hurling obscenities at me. Yeah. Some really
challenging entrance.
specific ones. Well, I think one I got was cross-eyed bitch. Really cut deep. And the thing is, I'm not completely cross-eyed. It's just one lazy eye. And I took my glasses off for a second to clean them, and they latched onto that.
Didn't know where it was looking.
So, and because it was in the middle at that point, I couldn't tell if it was someone that was like to the left or straight ahead of me. So.
Oh.
For a long time, she had it took her about a week to work out who at the bus stop was.
Because every time he yelled the obscenities, I'd just taken off my glasses to clean them. It's like you were waiting for that or something.
Knew it was coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, she still has a standing invite to Sunday lunch.
Yeah.
My family would love to get to know her.
But is it a bit nefarious? Is it just to get to know her, to learn a bit more about her?
I'll be honest, we do feel like our insults are growing stale. So if we could just find out a little bit more about who Beth is, what makes Beth tick, then maybe, just maybe, we'll find that one insult that just absolutely destroys her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one bit of abuse that just her whole world just crumbles around her, and she's like, "Who am I? What is the point of all this? What's going on with my life? I don't know what's going on." A real dark night of the soul kind of experience.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah. Look, it's just sounding to me like maybe you and your family are cursed, and you're cursed to have to bring down another human to escape this.
Yeah, well, maybe, but who's to say?
Who's to say?
Maybe we are cursed, but isn't the whole world cursed? Really?
This is philosophy.
Wow. Yeah, you have been going to a lot of philosophy classes.
Oh yeah. I think I don't know who said it, but I think do unto others what you'd like done to you, and I just feel like no one's ever truly given me a good insult.
Oh.
I think maybe that's what I'm searching for in this world.
Beth, maybe that's what you need to do
Yeah.
to set Jeremiah free, is really hone in on him.
I think that your acne is there, and it's present. It's on your face.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, we couldn't take
I
it.
shouldn't have done it. You should have encouraged me,
Sorry,
Heather.
Beth. No. That's about all the time we have today, so
Oh God.
Jeremiah,
I don't want. Thanks
thanks so much for coming on, Jeremiah. Beth, thanks for being here. Do you have anything coming up?
Listen, I hate to sound like a broken record. I've got find me at Big Fork Theatre. I'll be there. I'll be
You're in
there
the Tuning
square.
Forks now.
I am in the Tuning Forks. You'll find me doing some singing, a little bit of dancing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit of toe tapping.
A little bit of toe tapping. I don't tap anything else. I don't move my hands. It's just the toes.
Just the toes.
Yeah.
In a shoe too, so you can't.
Yeah, yeah, but the thought is there.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks both of you for coming in, and thanks everyone for listening to Friend Over Friend City.